Hello, lovelies. Welcome to my channel, The Silver Sage. I'm going to be reviewing slash demoing products from Chebeauty or Shea Beauty. It's Shea Beauty. I'm actually not sure how they pronounce it. Anyway, these are the products, Shea Beauty. I actually tried this product line before, so for some years now, if you've been in these natural hair streets for a minute, you know that Chebe, it's a ground up seed product that women in Africa use to grow their hair super duper 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 long. It's a particular nomadic tribe of folks, and the women are very, very meticulous about keeping their hair very, very healthy and long. Black women of all different hair types. If you ever get a chance to look at some videos about this group, and the name is just escaping me. I can't remember the name of the group, but their hair types are all over the place. Some of them have very loose hair, loose textured hair. They look more Arab. Some of them are darker skinned women with kinkier hair, but everybody's hair is long all the way down their back. And the most interesting thing to me is they don't seem to be concerned with texture at all. And they do each other's hair. So whenever you see the videos of women applying this paste, it's basically that they put in their hair, someone is doing it for them. It's a very beautiful, beautiful thing to see these women caring for each other and caring for their hair. And it doesn't even necessarily look like it's like someone's mom or someone's sister. It might be, they might be family related, but it's just this very beautiful communal thing they do. But here in the States, we don't have all that. We just have people who make Chebe products and market them to us. Clearly, we are not doing the traditional method of the nomadic peoples in this particular part of Africa. But I keep hope alive that these ancestral remedies to our natural hair concerns can be found in the motherland. As an aside, I do get very distracted. But I am loving all the natural hair girlies in Africa growing their hair long. I'm like, yes, the ancestors are speaking. So let me get right into it. I do talk a lot. I tried this brand once before, Shea Beauty, and I really didn't love it. Now, full disclosure, I was a wash and go girly back then. I'll talk more about this, but right now I am on my twist out journey, living my best twist out life. It's very, very new. I just started doing twist outs like maybe 2 years, 2 weeks ago. I was not a twist out fan before, but I do have a lot of stuff going on with my hair that I'm trying to do. I'm very much influenced by people online, and Simone Humes has the most gorgeous, long, twisted out hair you ever want to see. So very inspired, even though my hair is nothing like that and it'll never look like that. So I've been experimenting with twist outs, and I saw a video online of someone using the products, and I was like, I want to try it again. Now, they did rebrand these products. The uh, label looks a lot different from when I tried it. Not completely different, but they definitely look different. I was like, this is not exactly what I tried before. All of the products have different packaging now. So I got a bundle. I can't remember the exact name of the bundle right now, but it's kind of like their standard bundle. The Shea Base shampoo, the rice water, which I think is what they want you to use as a rinse out conditioner. A lot of people put rice water in their hair and leave it in there. I think the instructions for this say to rinse it out. Then you have this Shea Bay leave-in conditioner, which I think is new. It's new from when I first tried the products. And then there's this Shea Bay hair oil. This did not look like this when I had it before. I tried the products maybe twice and didn't love it. And so, they kind of went to file 13. And then this is the hair quote unquote butter. It's really more of a grease. It looks like a butter, but I'll see if I can demo, really kind of melts down to very oily consistency. So you saw how buttery that looked, and it's completely clear when I put it on. I didn't put that much, but it ain't buttery. That much you can tell. And it has the little bitty shea base seeds, but I remember this product very well. Um, the seeds were much less fine. They've like ground them up. They're still in here. I can feel them. They're there, but they're ground up much more fine. I can't exactly remember with the oil, um, but the oil, it's not super viscous. It doesn't like pour out. It's very kind of slow. I'm not gonna demo it exactly right now because I am actually gonna put this in my hair. So I'm uh just previewing what I'm gonna be using on my hair. So I'm gonna do a twist out. Again, I am new to the twist out game, and when I actually start doing my hair, I'll kind of go through what my twisting out method is currently. So I'm gonna go wash my hair. I don't have the tech set up to ASMR all the suds and everything in the hair, so you're just gonna have to see me come back with my freshly washed hair. But then I'll just demo a few of the twists so you can kind of see how the products are working and then come back with the result. Change of plans. So I did an entire step by step of each product and what I thought of it. Y'all, that thing was 45 minutes long. I was like, no, nobody wants to see this. I don't even want to see it. So I decided to just come back and talk about the products, what my impressions were, and I'll also spliced in the footage from that 45 minutes, right? It was not 45 minutes for me. It would be for you. It was like several hours for me. So you'll get to see where I did actually demo products as I'm talking about them, but I will not make you sit through all of that. So I'm going to just jump right into it. So, first product I tried was the Chebeauty hair oil. I tried it as a pre-poo because after looking at kind of the instructions and the ingredients, it didn't really seem to me that this was to be used in conjunction with the butter. I think it's an either or proposition. I'm not entirely sure, but this oil is thick, thick, y'all, like with the two C's thick. I was like, yeah, this is something I could wash out. So that's why I used it as a pre-poo. It has little shea base seeds in it and everything. I mean, if you use it as a pre-poo, I don't think you really get the benefit of the shea base. So I might try it in lieu of the butter. It might be for people who just want something a little lighter than the butter, but this is not light at all. To the point where whenever I try new products, I use a clarifying shampoo. I use typically Bumble and Bumble Sunday, which, just like Sunday morning, just takes it all out, start afresh. So I used that Sunday Bumble and Bumble clarifying shampoo, and I still felt like some of this was still in there. And I was kind of like, I mean, it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like it didn't come out at all, but it certainly didn't feel like, okay, it's all out, which is a great segue into the shampoo. Because after I used the Bumble and Bumble, I use Chebeauty shampoo, which is advertised as moisturizing. Nay, nay. Not at all. Like, not even a little bit. This took the oil completely out. I was like, oh, okay. And honestly, before I realized it was supposed to be a moisturizing shampoo, I thought, oh yeah, it needs this because the products are so heavy. Like if this is your regular regimen, you need this shampoo to get all that stuff out your hair. Yeah, this was not a win for me. I mean, right now I need moisture and hydration more than anything else, and it just did not deliver on that. However, I'm gonna keep this as a clarifying shampoo. I won't buy it again. I got plenty of other stuff I can use. But if I am in need, this this will work for that. Next up was the rice water. Now, this was interesting. I wasn't sure what to expect with this product. So I initially just sprayed it in my hair, and I knew that I remembered from using it before you're supposed to rinse it out. So it's not really like a liquid leave-in, although I have seen people use it for that. I don't know that it would be good for that. And that's not what they say to do with it. So you spritz it on your hair, you leave it for 15 to 30 minutes, and then you rinse it out. So I put it in my hair initially, and then I was like, well, let me just make sure I remember these directions correctly. And one thing I didn't do was saturate my hair. So I went back and saturated it. And once I did that, it started to, like, as I'm working it through, I'll show, it started to foam up. And I was like, ooh, that foam was very satisfying, y'all. I don't know if it's actually doing anything, but I liked it. I had a very lovely experience using the rice water. You rinse this out. So when I rinsed it out, my hair wasn't, I didn't necessarily feel like, oh, my hair is super hydrated. But the thing that I noted when I rinsed this out, my hair was very smooth, like unusually smooth for me. So that kind of caught my attention, like, oh, maybe this is doing a thing. I don't know for sure. It's supposed to, I believe, strengthen the hair. It's supposed to help support hair growth, which is something that I want. So yeah, I'm going to try this. Now, will say, saturating the hair, I don't have thick or coarse hair, but I have a lot of hair. So that was half the bottle. I'm definitely going to have to buy the bigger bottle because this is just the trial size. I probably have one, maybe two more applications of this before I would have to repurchase. So I just know like saturation and you're going to be doing this for a while. But yeah, I actually did like this. What I did not anticipate is that I would have to use a deep conditioner on top of that. So that would be my one thing. And they don't have a deep conditioner. So I use Curl Mix, um, Pineapple Potion for that. I don't have it with me now, but I'll put it in, I'll put the footage in so you can see. Um, and that's just, that's a deep conditioner that I don't have to use overnight. Most deep conditioners take a really long time to penetrate into my hair, but that one, is one of two that I've ever used that I actually put it in same day. It still feels like a very deep conditioned result. So I used that. It was fine, but I was really hoping that the leave-in, because I tend to get more conditioning and those type of things in the leave-in conditioner process. So Shebe leave-in, right off the bat, I did not realize this had dimethicone in it. I am silicone free. So they make you take this quiz and everything. They should have asked, like, or do you use silicone in your hair? Because no, I do not. And it explains a lot about why I didn't love this product. And I didn't see that until after I used it. I just was not getting the hydration, the moisture. Like I put it in my hair, and halfway through, I just added this icy liquid because I was like, it needs help. This product needs some help. I don't know, y'all. Um, this didn't help that much. I mean, I'm sure it did put more moisture in my hair, but I just did not get that really moisturized feeling. And I actually do a deep leave-in conditioner. So I leave my leave-ins in for a long time with heat. And so they can penetrate because I have a really tough time. My hair is extremely frizz prone. So I have a really tough time getting a curl cast. And if I don't have a cast on my hair, I don't have any curls. Like I do not have the type of definition that, you can just moisturize it into existence. I do not have that hair. So I have to use gel to really give me that defined look. And if I use a really heavy moisturizer, sometimes that cast will never form and I will not have, I'll have very soft hair. It feels great. But it's just an afro. There's no definition. There's no curls happening. It's just big soft hair. So, yeah, I was disappointed. And I was gonna see if, some other iteration, like using more conditioner or diluting it, but the dimethicone is deal breaker. So, no more. I'm not even gonna try it again. So, next up is the alleged butter. It's giving serious grease, y'all. There's no petrolatum or anything like in traditional hair grease, but it's definitely a grease consistency, and with the gritty shea base seeds, which I'll talk about in a minute. It's got a lot of butters in it. So, kupuasu butter, cocoa butter, shea butter, and then olive oil, and something called Sarah Bellino, which I had to find out is a derivative of beeswax. So but it's not waxy. It's like I think it kind of is something to cause products that are oily or viscous to sort of coagulate into a consistency like this. It didn't feel waxy. It feels oily. I think I did this in the last clip, but I'll do it again. So this is the butter when it comes out of the thing, and then you put it on, and immediately it kind of goes to a transparent, clear oil. So it's not thick, heavy like a butter. It's very much like an oil. So it's very oily, it's very greasy, and that's what it did. It went on my hair, it felt greasy. I did not feel, I'm just go ahead and put this on my ends because it's just gonna melt off the back of my hair, and it gets really runny, like very fast. So it's more oily than anything else, in my opinion. But nothing about it indicated that it was going to help hold these twists together. And that, like that's something because my hair is a texture that does not stay twisted without help. My son's hair is like locked in. It just, twist looks so good on his hair. I think when you have a tighter curl, the hair just is more cooperative with staying twisted. For me and my older child, yeah, we struggle to keep the twists intact. So I did add a gel with this. And the gel I used was my Prose gel that I just started using, or just tried out. I haven't even really started using it, but I had just used it the previous week, and what you saw in the last clip was day 7 of that gel. So it'll be kind of hard for me to determine, how much is Shea Beauty and how much is that gel. But because I know like how that product performed when I used all Prose products, I can kind of distinguish, what appears to be Shea Beauty and what appears to be the Prose gel. So finally, I did finish my twist. That process took way longer than I was intending, y'all. But I did like that my twists look a lot thicker than they normally do. And I think that is one of the properties of the Shea powder is it kind of fortifies and thickens up the hair a bit, temporarily, of course. And so it was very noticeably different from what my twists normally look like. So unfortunately, I don't have a frame of reference for you all to see just yet, but that was a big difference. I was like, okay, that was interesting, and I liked it. Um, I will show what they look like fresh because now it's getting a little fuzzy and not quite as nice as it was when it was freshly done. So I'll definitely show that. But overall, like after it was all dry, I did diffuse it a little bit. Um, it just still felt greasy. I just nothing absorbed, nothing sort of kind of coated. So like even when I touch my hair now, I can still feel the grease. So yeah, I don't know. I might consider just using this on the ends because my ends really need more reinforcement right now. Um, so I'm not gonna toss this. I'm definitely tossing that leave-in conditioner, but yeah, I don't really see this being a staple part of my regimen. Also, I'll come back when I take these twists out because this is a twist out. I usually keep the twist in for a day or two to be a little protective. We'll see what the twist out result is, and then I'm gonna rewash my hair and get this dimethicone out. Finally, moment of truth. So, this is the fully twisted out result. Untwisted, I guess. And I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I wasn't going for pretty good, I was going for amazing, like the girl in the ad, but this is not a bad result. Don't get me wrong. I think what is really bothering me and what you can't see is just how my hair feels. A, from using the dimethicone, silicone always makes my hair feel a little rough. That's the best way I can describe it. And it doesn't feel hydrated. And finally, it does feel greasy. Like every time I touch my hair. And I know I'm not supposed to be touching my hair, but I do need to like be able to show what's going on with the hair. And that's not a feeling I'm accustomed to. I don't use greasy products. I use oils, but they tend to be lighter because I have fine hair. I also think my ends at this point, 3 days post, not even 2 days post washing, look a little more distressed than they normally would. Full disclosure, yes, I do need a trim. I am aware, thank you. But yeah, I can usually fake it a little better than this. I think it has a lot to do with how the products are working on my hair. So, final thoughts. Rice water, yes, I enjoyed that product. I will be using it. I will be repurchasing in a bigger size. The oil, I may try it again, but it really, for me, was just too heavy to be used for any of the purposes that I would use oil for. So pre-pooing, to add sheen, or even as a Chebeauty delivery method. It's just very, very thick and heavy. The butter, yeah, no, I don't, I just think it's too greasy. A word on that. I have kind of been misinterpreting the butters. So this is avocado butter that I got from a vendor on Etsy. And as you can see, it has a buttery consistency. But once it heats up, it kind of goes liquid, like butter we cook with, because that is what butters do. And I was calling what I thought a butter should look like, what actually is a buttercream. So a hydrogenated butter that has some hydrating element like water, rose water, aloe, that actually would deliver moisture to the hair on top of sealing it. So that's not what a butter would do that didn't have any water in it. And the Shea Beauty hair butter is a waterless formula. A lot of butters are waterless, just FYI. They seem really creamy, but they don't actually hydrate. So as I'm looking at products, I will kind of factor that in more. That leave-in conditioner, dimethicone's a deal breaker, will not be purchasing or using again. And I think, I'm not ready to give up on Shea Beauty yet. I have some other Shea Bay based products that I haven't even tried yet. So I might mix and match. The rice water is going to be in the mix no matter what. But I am going to go ahead and wash this out. I'm going to use my regular routine, which is Miche. And I'll do a video on that just, for comparison. You can see what my normal routine is. And because I did so much manipulation on this twist out, I'm probably just going to do a wash and go. I might, fake a few curls with some mini twist on top of it, which is what I've been doing. But I don't think doing a full twist out with the time that will take or the manipulation is going to be the right thing right now. So, thank you so much for watching. Please like and subscribe. More content to come as you help me grow my channel. Have a great day or evening.